All right. Peace and blessings and keep up the lessons. You know who this is. Crypto B-Boy coming at you. Yeah, I got a little bit of news for you. We can try to keep it brief, but also a new project, Crypto Coin project that is going to be dealing more with, of course, related to Muslims and myself included, and all shout outs to the Muslims all over the world. It'll Fitr and which we say Id Mubarak. That's may you have a blessed month, or the being grateful that you have finished your Ramadan. So that was the holy month that we just finished, and now we're into this new month that we will be able to fast as well. But anyway, that's besides that. I don't want to hold any of the other people who are not religious and so forth like that. I'm not trying to make this a religious video, but it's going to be a project that I'll speak about. So that is geared to the Muslims, and you'll get to know. So just stay with me, and don't forget to subscribe and come on in and hang in there with me. All right, let's get it.
Are you ready? Let's get it.
Alrighty then. All right, so let's just get into the first subject matter here, and we're gonna deal with a little bit of the news, that the things that are going on out there. Of course, in the crypto space and all the things that are happening. We have from you know Coinbase issues that is taking place, due to the things that you see Coinbase right here, and this is their. Then they did a few years, I think it's a year back, if I'm remembering correctly, that they were promoting themselves being in the stock market, and they went public, they IPO, and they advertised in the city of my city. Yeah, so that's well known because Wall Street is in my city, New York. So they did their thing, and they're out there, and then we know what they are. So, but we're gonna get into pretty much a little bit of what's going on, so we can understand as far as the issues that are at hand with the SEC. Okay, so let's get into this little article here. Forgive me, guys, but the way that when I put this article and I sent it to my email, it came out crazy. So I'm gonna read it as best as I can. It's not, maybe it might look like it's all bunched up and everything. So forgive me if those of you who might want to read while you're watching the video or something, you might pause and you want to read it, or you can just go to the article yourself. It was in what is it? It was Coin Grape, right? Anyway, crypto news. Coinbase Global, the U.S. biggest crypto exchange, has been actively seeking clear crypto regulations from the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC). As we know, Brian Armstrong, as we know as BitBoy, right, aka BitBoy, CEO of Coin. Oh no, excuse me, I'm thinking of the other Armstrong. Brian Armstrong is the CEO of Coinbase. Recently expressed that the unclear rules in the US and Britain for the crypto industry can lead the firm to go offshore. And this is what we've known and hearing. We keep speaking about the stifling and the suppression of the crypto innovation going forth in this country of America, the US, and how, because of all that stifling that's going on and this is suppression, that no regulatory clarity has come yet. It has caused these companies, these fintech companies, like especially Ripple. You have Coinbase. You have I just recently mentioned another company that is thinking about going offshore and doing business elsewhere, that they can continue their business because they're businesses. I mean, this is clear. Silicon Valley is the main place, as we know, that tech companies had flourished and made their engraving, or as you say, like in Hollywood, placing their placket there as a base of where they would grow out of, and flourish with innovation and expansion into other corridors in the world. from right there in America, USA, onshore, not offshore. Now, these companies are going offshore due to what the SEC and the government. Of course, there's battles between different sides within the government. As you heard, Congress going in and reaming out, some of these Congress guys like Tom Emmer and the other Congress McCarthy, I think his name was, and they were reaming out, Gary the Goon Gensler. You know what I mean? And it's showing proof that there's battles going on, and I call them crypto wars. And other people have mentioned it and said it as well. But anyway, let me continue. The European Parliament, as this Coinbase still seeks clear crypto, the European Parliament on Thursday approved the first of a kind set of crypto-orientated regulations. As many as 517 European lawmakers voted in favor of the MiCA, okay, while 38 decided to vote against it. As most of us know about MiCA, and I don't want to get into it at the time. So, do your own due diligence on that, and, find out what MiCA stands for as far as in this whole scenario of dealing with the European Union or just Europe in relation to innovation of crypto, regulatory clarity. They're before us. They're ahead of us. They're ahead of America. And as the so-called superpower of the world, the main superpower, policing superpower, and all that other stuff, and big bully in the world, we're not showing it anymore, Anyway, amid this major development in the crypto industry, Coinbase CEO in a tweet mentioned meeting with Congress members in Washington, D.C. He asserted that they used regulatory clarity in the United Nations for reasons like consumer protection, national security, and more. Right? Yeah, right. Okay. They're not really doing much. You know what I'm saying? They talking a good talk. They even reamed out Gary the Goon Gensler from my position, in my point of view. They're not taking heed and implementing all what they say enough. Because look at the time, look at where we're at, and look at who's gone ahead of us. You have Europe, and you have Asia, and you have the MENA areas of Arabia. I mean, the South America as well. We're sitting here like big wigs with big cigars and cussing and going off and arguing and trying to ream and trying to show off and show who's more arrogant than the other person. Who got the biggest, excuse my expression, biggest balls than the other person. That's all we're doing. Even the women are trying to act like they got some. Wanting to, what's her name? Janet Reno. And Yellen. Janet Yellen, I think her name is. I'm mixing their names up, but you know who I'm talking about. So it's ridiculous. Anyway, according to the reports, Coinbase is gearing up for a long legal battle with the U.S. SEC. So they're getting prepared because they sent them this notice, okay? And it was ridiculous, the Wells notice. This comes after the regulator issued a warning to the U.S. biggest, the regulator issued a warning to the U.S. biggest crypto exchange, which is Coinbase, for violating securities law. Earlier, the commission issued a Wells notice, like I said, to Coinbase. And most of us know it's being considered as a warning notice before the watchdog issues charges. Okay, so some of this news is out there, but this is just like a recap and a reminder of what we're dealing with. This is foolishness, that they have to go through this. They're an American company. They've been sitting with the SEC several times, and they still got to go through this. It's a bunch of bulaki. It's crap. This is a game. It's just a game. And it's maneuvers, and it's stifling maneuvers, and on purpose, and to destabilize the American system. So once they destabilize it and the dollar collapses and all that's going on, then they can rebuild, as we know as reset. Yes. And I've been saying this before. I had other videos in Brother Talib's, my channel, Brother Talib Show, and I spoke about going into the rabbit hole. I had a doctor as well as a well business business-minded lady named Dr. Harnett, who was speaking about what they said in the WEF in relation. And my man Charles, or I think his name is not Charles Schwab, something Schwab, the guy from Germany, right? Klaus Schwab, right? Not the Charles Schwab from the company, but Klaus Schwab, and he was talking on the podium, giving the the talk about their maneuvers for the WEF, the World Economic Forum, right? And all the stuff that they was talking about, and we see what's going on. We see the reality and the true happenings of that which they've been talking about. That's where the term Great Reset came from. Remember, remember. If you can't remember, then go and watch my video, or you can watch other people's videos. It doesn't matter. It's all the way out. Even though I didn't get any credit, it's okay. It's all good. It's about information. So as long as you have it now, then move with it. All right, so let's move on to the next thing. All right, so let's get it. I'm sorry, the time is going by. I know, guys. Attention span is low. You got the TikTok mentalities today. People just want to see videos. And I said, I'm gone. I got things to do. Yeah, okay. Don't worry about it, because you got to be very focused on when the time comes or what's coming, and you can't rush that. And like some of us are trying to rush these things that we want to rush. That what you can do is, but you can do only that you're able to do. Excuse me, that which you are able to do, and the outcome is the outcome. It's going to be the outcome. Here's this video. I mean this news here, and it was let me go back up here. Is the U.S. House considering Circle's USD stablecoin for payments? If those of you haven't seen this, or if those of you who have seen this already, after the U.S. House's and New York DFS Financial Services Superintendent Adrian, which is a committee, accused SEC Chair Gary the Goon Gensler, and I put the goon in there because I'm just tired of this guy, of forcibly regulating the crypto market under inconsistent and non-applicable rules in an oversight hearing. And everybody watched that, and you know what he got. He got reamed out. He was on the hot seat, and he got it. And people were saying that's his demise after this time, as far as his career is concerned in the SEC. Maybe he could move on to the banking, who's to say, or the treasurer. I mean, not banking, but, being in a position, in a top position, doing some, pressing some buttons in that area of banking. But he was there already with one of the institutions that he had left. And I can't remember what the name was. Many of you know already. And saying, anyway, the committee will discuss the stablecoin's role in in payments, research on the digital dollar, and the imperative need for legislation, right? Okay, so let me see if I can read the rest of this. Okay, Superintendent Adrian, I think it's Adrian, if I'm correct, A. Harris, Circle's Chief Strategy Officer, Dante Desparte, Columbia Business School Assistant Professor Austin Campbell, Blockchain Association's Chief Policy Officer, Jake Chervinsky, and Consumer Reports Director Delicia Reynolds, to testify before the committee on April 19th. The U.S. Home Financial Services Committee's scheduled hearing, entitled Understanding Stablecoins' Role in Payments and the Need for Legislation. So they're doing this stuff to get something going, because they're tired of the bull crap and the games that these people play, SEC and Gary Goon Gensler and his people who are pressing buttons and pushing him around and using the puppeteering strings, right? That's who we know at the top is moving that man and he's moving his people that is under him in the SEC because he's the leader of that position. So whatever he can do to continue to stifle crypto, come after it with enforcement by, regulating by enforcement instead of bringing regulatory clarity so that people can be careful, companies can be careful of their steps and their maneuvers when it comes to dealing with securities and security regulations, right? Securities law. So anyway, they say, payments and the need for legislation has a major focus on USD coin, USDC, as we know, which are on exchanges, and they're people purchasing, into the USD coin as the preferred stable coin for payments in the US, right? Recently, the committee published a draft stablecoin bill. Now, they got the bill, as we know. Some of you might know already, but this is for those who don't. Focusing on a definition for payment, stablecoin issuers, research on the digital dollar, central bank digital currency, CBDC, and other purposes. Okay, so this is what's going on, and there's more to go on, but it's a lot more, and I don't want to take too much more time up from any of you. And you guys, I appreciate you guys being here with me. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, stay with your bro. And those of you who are subscribed, I thank you for being with me and staying in the loop and getting that information as I'm able to feed it out to you. But I got one more last thing, and stay with me. One more last thing, okay? Bear with me, people. We have what, like I was saying earlier, about an Islamic coin, right? So here we go. The world's, and this is an Arabian business, the world's first Sharia compliant cryptocurrency to launch in May, co-founder reveals. The world's first Sharia compliant cryptocurrency, Islamic coin, is set to launch next month, according to them, right? The world's first Sharia compliant cryptocurrency, Islamic coin, is the name of this coin, and the project as well will be launched to the public next month. One of its co-founders told Arabian Business. Now they're doing privately. They're doing their trying to get people that privately that have been coming in and funding, paying to buy the coin and so forth. But it hasn't gone outside of that. So where it's publicly being promoted on exchanges yet. And I think it's only one exchange that they're allowing to buy and purchase, which is called L Bank. So what it says, but makes it a halal, but what makes it halal? That's what they're asking the question. Islamic coin still in private sales mode, operates on the Haq blockchain. You get it? Haq means truth. So it's a true blockchain. I like that, and a network which is compatible with thousands of applications worldwide. So they're compatible with a lot of the other applications like Ethereum, Bitcoin, and other main ones, especially the main ones. It would be nice to know if it's compatible with XRPL, meaning able to be interoperable as far as exchanging and being able to make those interoperability exchanging of this currency, right? It says the currency is still in a private sales mode. That's like I said. Has been gaining support from venture capitals and financial institutions. According to the Islamic coin co-founder Mohammed Al-Kauf Al-Hashimi, this support will build the community's trust and confidence in the currency's traction before its public release. So this is the gentleman right here. And of course, he looks like an Arab probably from the United Arab Emirates. That's kind of their garb, that their regular style, which is the white, and they have the gutra on the top. And the Saudis, they have the red hamama. It's called hamama. It's like a scarf, and it's a gutra. Sometimes they have it on top, or they don't. And it's red with a pattern in there, special pattern that they do. So Hamashi said that the coin will be launched to the public in May again, and I'm just repeating, but did not specify a date in May, but in May sometime. So for me, guys, is that I'm already doing my research and my own due diligence. You can do the same for yourself. And this is, of course, to those who it relates to, and I would say it relates more to the Muslims, including myself. That's why I'm very happy to see something like this. And I think there's other projects that deal with Islamic type of Sharia compliant type of coinage, currency that is crypto, right? But I don't know of anyone else like this at this level, and they've been really promoting this. So I've been looking into it. I'm vetting it, and before I really put more information out there for you to go ahead and dive right in and get this coin, I'm gonna vet it as much as possible, and I will do another video hopefully soon, and that I will be able to tell you, yeah, this coin is great. You can purchase it with ease. There's no issues. I mean, there's always going to be issues. I mean, there's no perfect way to, when you go about trying to purchase a coin, that you have to go in an exchange usually, and that you can purchase this coin, or unless you're buying from people, but you got to be careful with that. Scamming is very widespread. You don't want to be caught out there. So it's better to deal with an exchange, and a well-known exchange that has, its rep, and it's reputable. It's able to be used, like, user friendly, and like this, like Coinbase. But I don't think this coin is yet listed on Coinbase, and I'm sure, actually, because I looked there, it's not from my vision of what I've seen or haven't been able to see, but L Bank is one that I did see it, and it is. But the coin has been put into Cointel, where you can see its volume, and the total amount of volume that is out there in circulation and so forth like that, and what is the amount that has been put up for the coin, the amount of coins that have been produced at a full level, and I think it's about 10 million, something to that aspect. 10 billion coins. But anyway, that's it. And I thank you guys for listening. And until next time, to the next video, stay with your bro. Crypto B-Boy coming at you. Peace. I'm out.